So finally, we get to the main event, The Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar, the biggest match since WrestleMania 30 in WWE's opinion, apparently. But anyway, it's a huge match. People are going back and forth, Taker or Lesnar, Lesnar or Taker. It could go either way. It's huge. Michael, start with you. Who do you got, Taker or Brock Lesnar?
At this time yesterday, I was going to say Undertaker, but the way that they booked it, and with Undertaker, costing Brock and getting the upper hand basically at Battleground, and then they haven't really been physically going at each other. But the brawl they had, nobody really won. It was just a brawl. And then last night, Undertaker got the momentum in his side. I think that basically will tell you that Brock. I think Brock will come out. I think you even said it last night that if Brock loses, that will kill all his momentum since WrestleMania 30. People were talking about, it was mentioned like Undertaker wins now, and then they have the rematch or the third match at WrestleMania 32, which I don't want to see.
No.
Yeah. If people remember, take away the streak and everything, the match they had at WrestleMania 30 was bad.
Yeah.
News fest. It wasn't a good match. Someone tweeted at me today too, like the Undertaker needs the win. The Undertaker doesn't need any win. The Undertaker is so established and such a legend. He could lose from now until he's 60, and he'll still be the Undertaker. He'll still get the ovation he gets. He's still going to be a threat. Like, he doesn't need any type of win. I'm going to go with Brock Lesnar just because they've done such a good job since he broke the streak of him being this monster heel. He was on ESPN today. He's got such mainstream appeal. It would be stupid and foolish not to have Brock Lesnar win. But we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it's a good match. Hopefully it's better than WrestleMania 30. Undertaker's in great shape. But I hope that I hope we get a nice 20-minute good solid match out of them, and then hopefully Brock can win. Undertaker shakes his hand at the end or whatever, because I don't like the idea of Undertaker being a heel. Hope gives him his respect at the end, and then that's it between them. And then at WrestleMania 32, they go their separate ways or whatever. But ideally, that's what will happen. But we'll see. I got Brock.
I'm with you on the WrestleMania 32 thing. I do not need to see this match again. I'm sure the match on Sunday will be a lot better than the WrestleMania match, which will not be hard to beat because that, like you said, that match sucked. But I don't want to see them do the whole 3-match series like they did with Triple H and Brock Lesnar. It just doesn't make any sense, and it'd be lame because their matches have not been great. It's not 2002. So I got Brock Lesnar here too. I mean, they've been really driving home the Undertaker heel thing. It's not only because he attacked Brock Lesnar in his hometown last night, but he low-blowed him again. So I don't know what they're really going for with Undertaker. It's kind of confusing. I'm actually kind of looking forward to what reaction he gets on Sunday in Brooklyn. I'm sure people are going to go crazy for him just because it's the freaking Undertaker. But it's going to be interesting to see what kind of character he plays in the return match. But no, I agree with you. Like I said with the John Cena thing, where I feel like an up-and-coming name should beat him to get that big rub out of the U.S. Open. Same thing would happen with Brock Lesnar. It should happen with Brock Lesnar. I mean, they hoped, and I thought they were going to do it with Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. Thankfully, that did not happen. Roman Reigns was not ready for that, and Lesnar has yet to be beaten via pinfall since WrestleMania 29, 2.5 years ago, and he's still got a lot of momentum from breaking the streak last year. I still say it's too soon. I don't want to see a third match. Lesnar wins here. I like the whole handshake thing. I think that'd be a great way of going off the show. You could possibly see, I don't know, maybe Kane showing up after after Lesnar took him out. I don't really want to see that. Hopefully that's not in the books. Kane, a Sting appearance to build to an Undertaker match at WrestleMania, that's highly doubtful. I don't think we're ever even getting that match, unfortunately, but that's another possibility. But then again, we got interference in the main event of last month's main event. So I don't really know, but I'm with you, Mike. I got Brock Lesnar going over here. I don't know if it's clean or not. I have no idea, but I feel like of the two, he needs the win more. And like I said earlier, it's only going to mean more. The longer they have him undefeated or go unbeaten since breaking the streak, it's going to mean more for who eventually beats him. And it should not be Undertaker. He already won at WrestleMania. It's not like he's on a losing streak. So I got Brock Lesnar here too. So Arden, who do you got going over, Brock Lesnar or The Undertaker?
I think he has to go Brock Lesnar here because it goes back to all the reasons you guys just said.
momentum. You know, he's been built into being this beast, you know, and the WWE more than anything, what Brock Lesnar has magnified his wins and his presence so much more to where having Taker beat him minimize what he's done lately. And especially they look like, okay, Taker beats Lesnar. We know Taker from there on, unless he's going to be more active over the next few months. We know Taker, for the most part, is going to disappear until his WrestleMania season again. So it makes no sense for him to really win whereas with Lesnar. Lesnar is going to be a guy that's going to be a presence on Raw on basically a monthly basis, regardless of how often it is. You know, Lesnar, until the start of the new year, he's going to be there on Raw, and we know he's going to be in the title picture once again. So he needs to be Undertaker. Why not? If we're going to build this man into the beast, and he's going to be a part of the picture and the movement for WWE, while Taker's time is basically running up, I mean, I really don't see no point in seeing Taker again after next year's WrestleMania. If the Texans let him appear there, win a great match, and so he can move on, Lesnar just has to win. He has to win here. He has to win, and it should be a fair match. No interference, no cane, no whatever. Let those two slug it out, and in the end, Brock Lesnar wins with, I don't know, his fourth F5 or whatever.
I agree because I agree with you saying that it has to be clean because they booked Lesnar. I've said it before, but they booked Lesnar so well, and over the past year, that anything other than like a clean win or a loss would kind of hinder his momentum a little bit. And plus, I don't know what Undertaker's deal is, and I know that Brock's new deal, he's got a little bit more dates, but typically, this is the time where, Brock will win, and he'll go away until Royal Rumble. I'm sure he might have, maybe another match, maybe a Survivor Series, but I doubt that his new deal is that many more dates. So, have Lesnar win, and then, have both of them, move on, and we don't see them again until, Survivor Series, Royal Rumble, hopefully Survivor Series, because I do like both of them. But, they're going to win, or one of them's going to win, and then they're both going to go away. So.
I like both of you guys' points, because like you said, Mike, he signed on for more dates. I think he's working like an MSG house show or something, Lesnar that is, in October. I think Taker's doing some tour of Mexico, but he's not going to be doing TV. He hasn't showed up since, he was on Raw yesterday, but Lesnar appeared after their brawl. Taker hasn't. He showed up the night after Battleground. He showed up the Raw right before SummerSlam, so he's not doing many appearances. And it's funny, too, because he's not the one that's making... he doesn't have limited dates. Brock Lesnar does. Undertaker could show up, they can use him as much as they want, but they choose not to, or he chooses not to. I don't know what the deal is, but he's going to be there. If Taker wins and he doesn't show up until WrestleMania, what does that say about Brock Lesnar? The guy's going to be here for the rest of the fall, making at least an appearance at the MSG House Show in October, or Survivor Series, or at least the Royal Rumble. And Taker won't show up until WrestleMania, so it wouldn't make any sense. And, I'm not going to complain. I'm going to be there, so it doesn't really matter. But I got to go with Lesnar.
That's a great point. No, that's a great point. And I don't mean to cut you off, but I remember when Punk did his podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
That he said, one of the things that really pissed him off was, okay, I'm going to lose to The Rock, part-timer. Okay, I'm going to lose to The Undertaker, a part-timer. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then I'm going to lose to Brock Lesnar, a part-timer. Where do I go from there? These guys are beating me, and then they're going away. And makes me look like, a schmuck. So, yeah. I totally agree with you.
Yeah, well, in this case, too, it's kind of funny because both guys are part-timers, but, Brock Lesnar makes a lot more appearances than Brock Lesnar makes a lot more appearances than Taker does, so it kind of makes him more of a full-timer than Undertaker. But, no, I do agree. I think we're all in agreement that Lesnar needs the win on Sunday.